Hi everyone, this is a short video to show you how to embed your Noteflight composition into Blogger. And actually you can embed any kind of Noteflight composition into any kind of web page using the same process. So the first thing you're going to want to do is have your bicycle built for two up, and then also have your Blogger account available. So I'm going to start here in the Blogger account. I'm using two different web browsers that I can toggle back and forth between Safari and Chrome. You could just have two different tabs open within a single web browser. Either way will work. First thing I'm going to do is create a new post in my blog. And I'm going to give this a title. I'll make this a major heading. And I'm just going to call it Bicycle Built for Two. And I'll center that heading. Okay. When you're working in Blogger, you can either work in this what you see is what you get environment, which is much like a word processor, or you can actually work in HTML view. So HTML is the code that underlies web pages. And actually a good way to learn HTML is to use something like Blogger here, where you can type something in, and then you can go back and look at the HTML code toggling back and forth here to see exactly how that code manifests itself based on what you put in. So you see, for example, here it says H1. I used heading 1 style. I've aligned it center here. Here's the text that I typed, bicycle built for two. There's an end tag there. That's the end of the header 1, and so on and so forth. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to insert a couple of lines so that we can see this more clearly when we paste in the embed code. All right, so I have my blog all ready to go. And now I'm going to go back to my Noteflight composition. So in Noteflight, as you probably already know, you can look at your composition in different ways. This is page view, but we can also look at it in strip view, flow view, perform view. I would suggest you use either page view or strip view. I'm going to use page view. Okay. Oops, didn't mean to click on that. Next thing to do is click on score details if that's not open, and then look down here in the share area. So what we want to have is everyone with a link can view this score, and probably yours isn't set up that way. So the way you do it is you click edit, click the everyone box, and anyone with a link can view. We could also let people comment on the score if we wanted to. We could let other people edit the score, so work collaboratively with them. For our purposes, all we want is to view. You can also share, if you have groups set up, you can share this with certain groups. You can share this with individual people. Lots of different ways to use this sharing option. You can click next, and we're using an original score. If you were using something that had a copyright on it, then you would adjust this accordingly. I'm going to click save. All right. Now I'm going to go down here to the share button right here, and I'm going to click that. And again, there's different ways we could share this from this point. We could just copy the link and email the link to somebody, or post the link somewhere and people could access our score. We could share it directly to Facebook. We could share it directly to Twitter. Maybe some of you want to try that this week. But for what we're doing right now, we want to embed it into a web page. So we're going to choose embed score. Up here is the code that we're going to copy in just a moment. Here we could change the size, the dimensions of how this is going to look on our web page. I'm just going to leave the defaults. And again, before you copy the code, you could change the view. Again, I'm going to leave it at page view. So I'm going to click there. I'm going to copy that code. I'm going to go back to my Blogger account. I'm going to paste in that code. And now I'm going to go back to compose view. probably can give this a title. All right, so you see I have this kind of gray block here, and that's our composition. It looks that way because we're still in edit mode. But when we're ready to see how this will look when we publish it, we can click the Publish button and confirm. And then when I get here, I can click the View button. And you see there it is coming in. And I can play it right from here. All right, so let's say we want to edit this a little bit more. Well, how do we do that? Well, we need to go back to our posts here, click the link. So we're back in edit mode. I want to try to center this, so I'm going to select it and click center. And you see it jumped over to be centered. And then I want to put my reflection in. So I could either click here and maybe left align from here, and I could start typing in my reflection, or I could put my reflection below. So clicking beside the Noteflight embed, spacing down a few places, get some room to work. Again, aligning left, and then typing in my reflection there. That's really all there is to it. It's a pretty cool tool, I think, a pretty cool way to be able to embed content in different places for students. Whether or not they have a Noteflight account, you can use Noteflight with them in this manner. Have fun playing with it.